I'm Evelyn. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So we're back building more cottages. I kind of took a little bit of a half break last week. I went to Copenhagen over the weekend, so I went Friday morning and came home Sunday around 11-12 p.m. So I was gone. I did not have time to fully prepare and stuff. So yeah, there weren't a lot of videos up last week, but we're back on track this week. I will be hopefully at least doing one of the bigger builds that I'm missing for the save file for those of you who are interested. And other than that, I don't really know what to build yet. I haven't fully decided. I just knew that I wanted to build a cottage for today because the pack is still new to me. So I am building on a 30 by 20 today. This house is just for 2 Sims though, or you could just have a single Sims live here as well. I kind of imagined there to be either a gardener or a writer, possibly more leaning towards the writer living in this house, but I don't fully know. I'm undecided, so let me know what you guys think though. I would love to hear you guys out. And if there's anything you want to see from me this week, let me know too, because like I said, I am fully undecided. I don't really have any plans other than I need to build one of the 54 or 50 by 40. Oh, I need to build the 50 by 40 that I have left, or the 64 by 64. So I'm gonna do one of those this week and hopefully the other one next week, unless something comes up that I can't control, but you know how it is. So yeah, that's the plan. Other than that, there's literally nothing. So let me know what you want to see this week. So yeah, let me know. Because I also know that even though I am still all over this pack, I love the items in it. The cottages are so cute and relaxing to build. I know that there's been a lot of cottages on YouTube lately from both me and my fellow builders. And not everyone has cottage living. Cottages are not for everyone either. So I do know that there's been like an overflow of cottages lately, and you might be getting a little bit tired of it. So if you don't want to see more cottages, but there's something else that you'd like to see, you gotta let me know, because otherwise I'm just gonna continue building cottages. Possibly some tiny houses or something that aren't going to be cottages, but like I said, I'm still undecided, so let me know though. I knew for this house that I didn't want to focus on them having a backyard as much, so they don't have a cow shed, they don't have a chicken coop, they don't have any of the animal items actually that comes with cottage living. I just wanted to make it a little bit more foresty and a little bit more naturey, so I decided to give them a pond next to the house, which basically takes up all the space that I could have used for a side yard or a backyard. So, but I needed it to be a little bit more naturey, basically. So that's what we're going for today. I did add a few plant pots over here on the left side of the house, in front of the house. So they do have some gardening to do outside, but not in the same amount as I've been doing lately with these kinds of builds. I just wanted to do something a little bit more naturey, basically. So it's a little bit different from some of the other builds that I've been doing lately with cottage living, but hopefully it's okay anyway. I hope you guys will like this house. I do want to say before I forget to say it that, and this barely ever happens anymore, but I forgot to place, there's a small hallway space leading to the bathroom and also the bedroom. The floor plan is kind of, you'll see in just a little bit, but anyway, I forgot to add a door to the hallway, so my sim, when I was trying to playtest the bed to make sure that she could enter both sides of the bed, just to make sure that there is room for 2 Sims in this house, I noticed, or she didn't want to go to the bedroom, and I was like, what's going on here? Hello? Is it really that blocked? It didn't look blocked at all. Then I noticed that there was a door missing, and I was just face palming myself like crazy, because how did I miss an entire door? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that is fixed, so before you start screaming at the screen or whatever, because I know that I would be doing that if I watched a speed build of someone forgetting a door to the hallway. Or maybe not screaming, but yelling at the screen. Don't worry, I fixed it. I just Didn't notice right away. So, but it's all fixed. The whole house should be playable, functional, and everything. So I just I made a little whoopsie, and it is what it is. But anyway, so that is fixed. I also accidentally, like, I don't know what happened with this build. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. I accidentally killed the playtester that I was playing with here. So I think it's Takahashi. She was, I've been playtesting a little bit with her in the save file. So, because she came from my Snowy Escape save file, which is basically the same save file as this one that I'm building in Henford-on-Bagley. And there's a heat wave, and I did change her clothes to the summer clothes or hot weather clothes or whatever they're called, and she burned to a crisp. She died. So that was the thing that really surprised me, but she just passed away. And then that was the whole thing. I had to move a whole new sim into this house, and I couldn't move them in with the furniture, so I had to, it was the whole thing. I had to work around that. I did not know that was actually a thing. Like, Sims can't move into homes where another sim died and still keep the furniture. I did not know that that was a thing. So is it a thing? Is it supposed to be like that? I'm not sure. Let me know, because I'm sure that some of you guys play the game a whole lot more than I do. I mainly spend my time in builds, so I don't really know. But that was the whole thing I had to work around. Very interesting, very frustrating, but I fixed it, don't worry. So Takahashi is gone though. I'll get her back, it's fine. But yeah, I was really surprised all of a sudden. I wanted to playtest something and then she just like died. Okay. I've only had it happen like once or twice before. I remember when Tiny Living came out. Is that what it's called? Tiny Living? The Tiny House pack, whatever. Tiny Living? Why are all the packs called something with living? It just makes me think that that's not actually what they're called, because they can't possibly all be called something with living. That is just not right. Anyway, but when that pack came out, I wanted to playtest the Murphy bed, and my playtester sim got squashed to bits. So that was another one. I actually included a picture of it at that time. I did not include a picture of Takahashi because I was, oh, there's an urn in the kitchen. I just noticed there's an urn in the kitchen. I'm looking at the floor plan picture while I'm doing the voiceover just to keep track of what I'm doing. And I literally just noticed there's an urn in the kitchen. Well, you got yourself a bonus urn if you download this house, so congratulations. I actually thought that it would disappear, but apparently not, because I had to save the house to my library again to place it down once I moved a new sim onto the lot, because again, I couldn't move the sim into this house furnished, and I'd already furnished like half the house or something, both the living room and like half the kitchen. I think I wanted to playtest the kitchen, or I don't remember what happened. But anyway, so she died in the kitchen, and I just assumed that the house, that I wouldn't save it with the urn, whatever. It's fine. You got a bonus urn. I hope you appreciate it. You're very welcome for that bonus urn. Treat it with care, you know, same old usual. Anyway, so yeah, that was the whole thing. I swear I did not notice that urn. I'm looking at it like, how could you have missed that taking the screenshots? Hello? But anyway, so yeah, that was the thing. She died. So that now there's a trace left of her in the house if you download it. That's exciting. But anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys have had a lovely weekend and a great Monday as well. I know that Monday is not necessarily everyone's favorite day, but I actually feel very recharged after being away for 3 days, and then I worked on this yesterday. I didn't want to rush it to also release it yesterday, so I just took my time with it and then decided to upload it today. I also finished, and I was dreading finishing this book series, because I was like, I know that I'm gonna have a hard time making a decision or choosing the next book to read. It's always an issue for me. So I finally finished Ekotar, which I bought the first 2 books back in 2016 and I just never read them. So then I bought the remaining ones, and then I was just taking the last step and actually deciding to sit down and read these 5 books, because 5 books is still a handful, you know? So I finished that and now I'm like, I don't know what to do with my life anymore. So I'm gonna be debating with myself what to start reading. I think I'm gonna go for Six Crimson Cranes, but I was kind of hoping that I could read something contemporary and not overly romanced because there's a lot of that in Ekotar, which kind of surprised me. But I'll talk about that over on my other channel at some point. So yeah, I do book like what I read this month videos over on my lifestyle channel, by the way. I also released a vlog from Copenhagen, not this time, not this trip, but another trip that I went on to Copenhagen. I just released the vlog for that yesterday, so if you want to check that out, there's a link to my lifestyle channel in the description box. I have many plans for that channel because I don't know, I love watching those kinds of channels, so I just wanted my own little space, you know? And I just need to get to it. But I'm gonna be talking, I think I'm gonna, later this week, gonna release a video about the books that I've read in July, and I'll make sure to do one in August too, of course, and we'll talk about A Court of Silver Flames, but which was a lot. But anyway, so yeah, do you guys get that too when you read like a big series, a big book series, and then you finish it after many days, or not many days, but like say 7 days, 10 days? I don't know how long it took, but anyway, do you guys also get that feeling like you don't know what to do next because you've just been, it's been easy to choose the next book because you have a series to jump into, but then again, I'm not ready to jump into the next book series because I need to take a breather. So do you guys get like that too? Let me know. I need to know that I'm not the only one. Also, by the way, if you don't know what Ekotar is, it's A Court of Thorns and Roses. I just realized that I just completely glazed over that, but it's just because it's a long title, so people just kind of made a shortened version of it, which I completely respect. But that's basically what that was about. So I do have to say here for the kitchen that I did have to, because I forgot the door, very graciously forgot the door, I did have to make a few adjustments, that's a weird word, adjustments, okay, later on to make room for that door. So there should be no issues using the kitchen at all. There is a clear counter, but if there might be like a little bit of a clutter item peeking onto it, so if that's an issue in your game, it wasn't in mine, but if it is an issue in your game, you have to delete the little clutter piece that's like half on top of that counter, just so you guys know, because it might be an issue. It's not to me, but the game kind of, it's a little weird now and then. Also, I know that they added this in the last update, a little reminder that when you download houses where there's been used move objects on to build the house, you need to activate it. Like, it gives you a reminder now, but always activate that code before you place down any of my builds, because I always build with the move objects on. I cannot fathom building without move objects on. I feel like I'd be going crazy. So just a little bit of a reminder, but that's also one of the reasons why that clutter piece that is on that counter, like half on that counter, it should be fine because it is to me, but it might not be in your game. And it could be because you haven't activated move objects on, just so you guys know. I get questions about this quite often actually, like how I can place stuff so close to each other, and also how I can place stuff off the grid, and why these builds work in my game but they don't in other games. It's just because of the cheats. So if you're unsure on how to spell and stuff, check the description box. I always write down the cheats that I use, but it's just move bb full stop move objects space on, and like space, the like space, not right space, just pointing that out. So it should be super easy. Just so you guys know, but I do get questions about it because I know that most of you guys probably already know, but there's always a couple that don't. So just wanted to explain. Anyway, we are decorating the bathroom, and then I think we are jumping on outside again to do a little bit more landscaping because we're just lacking a little bit around the house. I did cut some of it out just simply, oh my gosh, I can speak. Just simply because it was getting a little bit repetitive, but basically the back of the house just looks like the front. I had to make sure that the trees were not floating as well, so I played around with my terrain tools a little bit. Just make sure that you have an even surface that is not just the one tile if you want the trees to not be floating in the air. It's a little bit wonky, but just play around with it a little bit and I'm sure you guys will figure it out. Another thing that I've been getting questions about, landscaping on hills and stuff, it is a little bit frustrating, a little bit wonky, but you just have to play around with the terrain tools and I'm sure you guys will figure it out. So I still have issues with it now and then, like floating things, it's super weird. But it is what it is. That's just how the game works. So, but anyway, we are at the end of the video, so I'm gonna be wrapping up this voiceover now. If you like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files can be found on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box and also in the pinned comment. If you like Roblox videos, check out my Roblox channel, and if you like lifestyle videos, check out my lifestyle channel. Both of those will also be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. And that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye! Taking all the advice there is and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize that I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. Looking back on how I used to be, I always thought that love was made for me. Oh well, I was just as blue-eyed as the sky could ever be. Loving you has made me realize I'm so tired of love